If you had to guess which U.S. state high point was the site of a Civil War battle, which state would you choose? Well, if you chose Mississippi, congratulations, you're correct. This is Woodall Mountain, the highest point in Mississippi. Located in the far northeastern corner of the state, Woodall Mountain rises to an elevation of 806 feet above sea level, making it the 47th highest state high point. While this likely doesn't sound like much, it's actually a significant increase over the elevation of the three lowest state high points in Louisiana, Delaware, and Florida. Woodall Mountain also has more topographic relief than those high points, as it rises more than 200 feet above the surrounding landscape. But clearly, Woodall Mountain wouldn't be noteworthy at all, at least from a geographic standpoint, if it wasn't the highest point in the state. Instead, the most interesting thing about the mountain is actually the fact that it was the site of a Civil War battle called the Battle of Iuka. The Battle of Iuka, which was named for the nearby town of Iuka, took place on September 19, 1862, and Woodall Mountain, then known as Yow Hill, actually played a pretty important role. You see, Union soldiers used the summit of the mountain as a base from which to launch artillery barrages onto the town of Iuka, which was occupied by the Confederacy. Ultimately, this higher ground proved beneficial as the Union prevailed in the battle. But if you want to visit Woodall Mountain today, more than 160 years later, then it's pretty easy to do so. You simply need to hike or drive a roughly 1-mile road that gains about 200 feet of elevation all the way to the summit. Once at the summit, you'll find a bench, a marker shown here, as well as a high pointing registry and views of the surrounding landscape. Would you visit Woodall Mountain? Let me know in the comments and be sure to follow for the remaining 46 state high points.